There's a place for you here, you know?
You good?
I'm good.
Adios, little brother.
Hey everyone. That scene you just watched, it's one of my favorite moments in all of gaming. In The Last of Us, both the game and the HBO show give us this turning point where Joel plans to leave Ellie with Tommy. This leads to an emotional argument between the two, but eventually Joel makes the choice to stay with Ellie instead. And as much as I love the show, I think the game just nails this moment in a way the adaptation doesn't quite capture. In the game, the scene is raw, it's quiet, it's serious. Joel doesn't say much, but every look, every pause, every shift in his voice carries weight. When they say goodbye to Tommy, there's no joke, no smile, and it's bittersweet. They both know the road ahead is dangerous, but Joel's decision feels like a sacrifice and a promise. What makes it even more powerful is the music. One of my favorite tracks from The Last of Us Part 1 soundtrack plays here. It's called The Choice. I always found that little tidbit interesting because there's a reason a song called The Choice plays during this particular scene. This is the moment Joel finally chooses to open himself up to loving someone again. This is something he's avoided ever since losing his daughter Sarah 20 years earlier. Joel's fear isn't about the journey, it's about what loving Ellie means, because love comes with the risk of loss. And for him, losing another daughter would mean living that same grief all over again. We see this fear crystal clear in the argument scene that takes place a few scenes earlier. There's a moment during that argument where Ellie stares him down and asks, "What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam?"
Tommy knows this area
Oh,
better
fuck!
than... Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam?
Sam, of course, being the young boy who was bitten and died earlier in the story, one of the game's most tragic moments. That line doesn't just call back to Sam's death, it cuts right into Joel's deepest wound. Now, let's compare this to the HBO show's version. I'll play a short clip so you guys get the gist, but I've always found it to be more comedic than serious. In this version, Joel asks Ellie if she wants to go with him, and before he can even finish the sentence, she cuts him off with, "Let's go."
You deserve a choice. I still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Tommy cracks a small smile, and the whole scene plays lighter, almost like a punchline. One big difference? The choice. That powerful track from the game is gone. In the show, there's no background music here at all. They removed one of the most emotional pieces of the soundtrack and instead leaned into the humor of the moment. And don't get me wrong, I do love the show, and I actually laughed when I first saw this. Cutting Joel off like that is exactly the kind of thing Ellie would do, and it fits her personality perfectly. I also thought Bella Ramsey was great as Ellie, but for me, the emotional weight of the game's version still wins out over the comedic tone of the show. What about you though? Did the show handle it better, or does the game still take it? Personally, I think both work for what they're going for, but only one hits me in the gut every time, and that's the game.